Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the In-Groove in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm doing the new arrival video for April 2nd, 2021. I got a ton of cool stuff. This has actually been one of the better new release weeks. Not for restocks, but actually for new titles. Although I did get an absolute huge amount of Speaker's Corner titles that I'll show you here towards the end. Big news happened just this morning. Big reissue series for My Bloody Valentine's MBV. So this is weird. There's not a ton of information. I have it up on the website for pre-order, but the information so far is there's two versions. There's a gatefold version and there's a tip-on jacket version. They're both the same price. It doesn't go into detail. So far, my distributor hasn't gone into detail on exactly what the differences between the two are. Tip-on jacket to me is a little bit higher quality. So if I was to place an order for that particular record without knowing what the differences between the two are, I would go with a tip-on jacket as opposed to a gatefold. But yeah, that is available for pre-order on the website. Also, Speaker's Corner announced Ornette Coleman's Shape of Jazz to come. So that is coming at the end of this month, but I've got it on the website right now for pre-order. There's a lot of good restocks coming from Speaker's Corner here on this next run. And there's a lot of great stuff that came out on this one. But yeah, check both of those out. Those are available on the website right now for pre-order. First, I'll start with one of the big new arrivals. I've got them all kind of mixed in here, but Sturgill Simpson's Cutting Grass Volume 2. This was wildly successful the first time around. This is actually really cool. This is a glow-in-the-dark cover. You can't probably see it too good on camera, but there's like a spot gloss overlay that actually is glow-in-the-dark. And the record itself, I can show it to you because they don't come sealed. Nice polyline sleeve. But yeah, it's not too easy to see on camera, but it's like a blue with white marbling to it. But yeah, that is Sturgill Simpson's Cutting Grass Volume 2. This is the Indie Store exclusive. Again, guys, Indie Store exclusives are only available at brick-and-mortar record stores. No Amazon, no Walmart, no Target. So that's kind of what an Indie Store exclusive means. Restock from Impex Records, Monk's Dream. These things, I cannot keep enough of them in stock. This will be sold out extremely quick. But it's coming back. It's still in print. This is the non-numbered series. You know, Impex does a lot of titles numbered. If it's a successful title, they'll redo it as a non-numbered version like this. If it is a title that's stuck around a little too long, it goes off into obscurity. But that is in print. It will come back. No need to go overpay on the secondary market for it. Last year for Record Store Day, this was one of, maybe this was Black Friday, one of the drops. I don't know. They've kind of all blurred in together at this point. But this was actually the sleeper title that went for big money that I don't think anybody expected going for what it did. Nativity in Black, a tribute to Black Sabbath. This is got reissued by Real Gone Music. But yeah, you can get it now. Hatebreed. Weight of the False Self, limited to 1,000 copies on bone with blood splatter. Restock of Paul Simon's Graceland. This is an absolutely amazing sounding record. This is on my top 100 imprint analog records you should own. Back in stock. All American Rejects, Move Along. This is music by Mark Knopfler, the soundtrack to Local Hero. This is the Abbey Road Half-Speed Master. Interesting enough, so we've got the Half-Speed Master here. Mobile Fidelity is doing this. Maybe it'll come out this year. You know, it's not a title that they've even got up for pre-order yet, but it was announced. Sometimes, though, when things are announced, they're giving you a glimpse into the future. That could be something that comes out later this year. That could be something that comes out next year. Here we've got three really, really solid, long overdue Eagles titles. A lot of Eagles stuff should be in print. It's not. But we've got Eagles Live, the Millennium Concert, all came out this week. And one got moved behind, The Long Road Out of Eden. Some of these titles I think one of these came out in a box set, but was never actually released. Yeah, this was never even released as a standalone. You know, the Eagles Live is impossible to get anymore. In the old days, that was a, you go to look in the Eagles section of any record store, Eagles Live was there. I mean, most Eagles titles were there. You'd find everything, but, Hotel California's always been on the somewhat harder to find side, but anymore, it's impossible to get any New Order. New Order. This is a new single. Be a Rebel plus high definition download. Okay, World Party. Bang. Joe Strummer, the Assembly Collection. This is Dark Horse Records. Yeah, I believe this is just the standard version. There might be an indie exclusive of this floating around as well. World Party, Private Revolution. Shaky Graves, Roll the Bones. Kind of nice, 2011 to 2001, 10-year special edition. Real nice metallic foil cover. Okay, so these came and gone for October, and they did like kind of like a lot of the October titles. They got another run and then they're done. But I got a restock of the Craftwork. These are great. They're on colored vinyl. I mean, they're not a lot of money. You're getting doubles and triple disc 3-disc records for under $30. Tour de France, I think this is on triple color vinyl for like $25 and some change. Trans Europe Express. Didn't get many of these. They'll sell out quick, but they are definitely a bargain if you're a Craftwork fan. One of my favorite records of the lot. Man Machine. Here's a record I play in the store a lot that everybody knows one song on. Most people don't know the whole album, but it's actually a really good record. The Buggles. Age of Plastic. Video killed the radio star, but the album itself is actually really, really good. Next to impossible to find an original of that too. It's one of those, I'm guessing it was sold primarily as a single. Most people just didn't splurge for the record back in the day because there's not a ton of, for as big a hit as that was, there's not a ton of vinyl LPs floating out there. On Fantasy, Valerie June. Music on Vinyl, Earth, Wind, and Fire. All in all. Yazoo, You and Me. I'm trying to read this. You and Me, the remaster, 180 gram vinyl. The Melvins. I don't think I've showed this album, but that hype sticker looks very familiar. Buy it now. Brand new. Reissue LP record. Don't miss this chance. Don't miss this chance, folks, to buy this record. Little reminder there. You might never see it again. Well, you might. It just might cost you more. Newly remastered, The Worst of Jefferson Airplane. Reissue by Stone Temple Pilots, purple. This is the Music on Vinyl, Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's The Way of the World. All right, Anthrax. Sound of White Noise. Panic at the Disco. This is a 25-year Ramen limited silver vinyl variation. Maybe to commemorate the 25th anniversary of Fueled by Ramen. I don't know the sound quality of this. I haven't heard it. I've talked about Slim Harpo many times on the channel. Just absolutely fantastic. Blues. Really, fantastic. Baby Scratch My Back. Great record. Great, great music. I don't know how this particular one sounds. This is on Universal. From the Excello catalog. Musically, very good for sure. Godspeed, You Black Emperor. Godspeed at Satan's End. This is a deluxe edition of Tame Impala. What is this, 10-year anniversary LP, 4 LP set of inner speaker. Little box. Okay, and now for the Speakers Corner restocks. And this was a pain to get out of customs this go around. They searched this pallet from head to toe. Every single record was pulled out of the boxes and put back in. Everything arrived safe though. The Isley Brothers. The Heat Is On. All of these are Speakers Corner titles. This is an absolute must-have. Herbie Hancock's Flood. This was a Japanese-only release for many, many years. It recently got reissued for Record Store Day. This sounds much, much better. Miles Davis, Roundabout Midnight. I've talked to you guys many times about Speakers Corner. There's a couple of their records on my top in-print analog records you should own. It's a label that specializes in all audiophile analog records. A lot of great stuff. They do a lot of soul. They do a little bit more of the jazz catalogs that haven't been done to death. The CTI catalog, for instance. Joe Beam's Stone Flower. Miles Smiles. Single disc 33 RPM version. There's also a Mobile Fidelity did a 45 RPM version of that. Aldemoya, Casino. But these Speakers Corner, a lot of these are absolutely fantastic. This is a great sounding record. The original, to me, has never sounded good. Les McCann and Eddie Harris. Fantastic record. Every time I put it on, I always think of a Martin Scorsese film because he uses compared to what? I'm sure in quite a lot of his movies. But as far as sound quality, it's really good. Aretha Franklin, Unforgettable. I was watching something on Hulu. There's like this mini series. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that, called Genius. It's actually pretty good. But yeah. Unforgettable. Tribute to Diana Washington. I think she's kind of like featured in the show a little bit. I won't spoil it in case you want to watch it, but it's pretty cool. I'm about halfway through it. George Duke, Follow the Rainbow. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Santana titles are all really good. I got a few of them in here, I'm sure. Doobie Brothers, Minute by Minute. This is one of their newer titles. I don't think that one's been out too particularly long. Chet is Back. Yeah, that Ornette Coleman's going to be good. You know, ORG had a 45 RPM version of that in stock here recently. Might actually still, or excuse me, in print recently. It might even still be in print, but a lot of people are going to want it on 33. All the Herbie Hancock titles are fantastic. Crossings. Nice gatefold. Classic soundtrack. Harry Mancini, the Pink Panther. Very iconic. Sounds great. This is one that you should buy now if you're a fan of the album because A, you don't know if it's going to be around at the end of the year, and B, Christmas albums are impossible to find during Christmas. But this is one of the greatest, if not the greatest Christmas album of all time. Elvis's Christmas album. Sounds good. Gatefold. Has that gift sticker on it like the original. The great movie sounds of John Barry doing, you know, what do we got? A lot of theme from Born Free, Goldfinger, Russia with Love, a lot of James Bond stuff. The Chase, King Rat, really desirable album. Originals go for a few bucks. Earth, Wind, and Fire, Spirit. This is actually a pretty good album. Never been a huge Herbie Mann fan. Somebody recommended me this. Sounds great. Herbie Mann, Village Gate. Newer title as well, the Butterfield Blues Band, East West. I think this is on the newer side for them, release-wise. Little Feat, Time Loves a Hero. Johnny Winter. And we have Carla Thomas, The Queen Alone. There is a lot of new arrivals this week, and actually, there's so much stuff I'm still waiting on. Got a big Sam's Records restock coming pretty soon. That Billy Harper pre-order should be on that. From Memphis, Elvis. And Santana's Amigos. But yeah, check out some of these Speakers Corner titles. If you have not already, you generally will not be disappointed. Overall, the label is extremely good. Really solid. Okay, so that is it for this week's new arrivals. Check out Instagram, Facebook. I send out a newsletter now once a week. If you want to get that, you can go to the website. On the bottom of the website, put your email address in there. Kind of keep up to date on the restocks. But yeah, that's it. I'm Mike. Until next time.